Good evening, friends from media, friends from my ministry and the Petrotech team. Namaskar and a very warm welcome to all of you. Friends, energy is here. 10 days from now, India will host its flagship oil and gas event, Petrotech 2016. In keeping with the stature and importance of the event, the Petrotech 2016 conference will be inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Dharmendra Modi ji, on 5th December. My colleagues have already provided details about the structure and contents of the Petrotech 2016. Let me share the context in which this mega conference and exhibition is being planned. The conference goes beyond oil and gas into the overall world of energy. We have conceived Petrotech as a platform where ministers, experts, oil and gas CEOs and regulators can converge to force mutual beneficial engagement. We live in a globalized and interdependent world. While many of us keep in contact in our own ways, we thought that our synergies can be optimized if we can create an event which brings the best from all sections of the oil and gas world. Petrotech 2016 is an effort in this direction. We seek partnership, we seek collaborations, we seek excellence in our endeavors. India has emerged as a new engine of global growth. Last month, we hosted a successful BRICS summit in Goa, where the world's largest emerging economies met. In today's uncertain global economic scenario, India stands out among the emerging economies. With its consistent growth trajectory, large and growing market and strong economic fundamentals, India surely is an anchor. We also know that an adequate supply of energy at affordable and stable price is a prerequisite for the growth of Indian economy. We have recently become the third largest consumer of energy in the world. We know we are not marching alone in our growth path. We are working in close collaboration with other countries, global companies, experts, etc. The story of our oil and gas sector is a story of interdependence. India's total energy requirement is about 700 million tons of oil equivalent. The share of oil and gas is about 35%. We import about 81% of our oil requirements and about 37% of our gas requirements. 60% of our crude comes from the Middle East, 19% from West African countries, 15% from Latin American, and 2.5% from Southeast Asia. Our top 4 sources of both crude and gas are in 3 continents. While we import 202 million metric ton of crude, we export sizable amounts of products. We have a robust refining sector with a capacity of about 230 million tons per annum. To meet the domestic future requirements, we have planned to expand our refining capacity to 334 million tons per annum by 2030. We have acquired hydrocarbon asset in 25 countries. As you all know, in the last few months, our companies invested 5.6 billion in Russia for over 18 million metric ton of oil equivalent. Russia invested about 13 billion in our downstream industry in one major deal. In the last 2 years, my ministry, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, has taken several initiatives in exploration, marketing and FDI. I am sure you are familiar with many of them. There is a success story we are keen to share with our friends. That is why Petrotech 2016 has a distinct international flavor. I have already received confirmation participation from my colleagues in Brazil, Russia, Venezuela, Qatar, Iraq, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Mauritius, Nepal, Afghanistan, Bhutan, Cyprus, Chad, Cameroon, Sudan, South Sudan, along with the Secretary General of OPEC, International Energy Forum and International Gas Union. I will also like to add that we are also hosting another international event, the International Energy Forum, International Gas Union, Ministerial Conference, alongside Petrotech on December 6. This event will bring together the who is who of the gas world. As you are aware, it is a priority for us to move to the gas-based economy. As a country, the contribution of gas to the energy mix is about 7% as compared to the global average of 24%. However, in Gujarat, contribution of gas is already 25%. If we can do it in Gujarat, we can increase the role of this clean fuel across the country. Prime Minister Modi has taken all-round initiative in the last 2 years to unleash economic growth. Launching of schemes such as Make in India, Digital India, Skill India, Smart Cities, Startup India will certainly further boost economic growth and will have implications for the energy sector. Energy is essential to drive growth in manufacturing, agriculture and services. Petrotech will host a ministerial conclave which will be chaired by Minister of Road Transport and Highways and will include Ministers of Power, Science and Technology, Environment as well as Chief Ministers of some states who share aspect of their initiative which impinge on the hydrocarbon sector. Honorable Finance Minister Sri Arun Jaitley ji will chair the valedictory session. Today's world is energy intensive. While balancing the need of the rapid progress, the world is trying to attain 3 sustainable goals: universal access to energy, doubling of renewable energy share in the energy mix, and boosting energy efficiency. The global oil and gas industry requires new technologies and processes, innovative thinking and creative business models, and partnership among various stakeholders to attain these goals. I am confident that Petrotech will at least provide some answer. I am confident that given our demographic and income profile, the unique energy challenges in India can be addressed through a unique Indian energy model. A model that emits less carbon, uses the country's natural resource, relies on technology and innovation, which learning from global based, and benefiting from technology ties up and FDIs. We have to increase our domestic production through the hydrocarbon exploration licensing policy and the discovered small fields built down. The government of India has encouraged domestic and global companies to explore potential hydrocarbon rich areas. We are making efforts to look for new success source of energy. We have identified bioenergy as a new segment in our energy basket. This segment will have ethanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG, etc. Agricultural waste, forest waste and urban waste can be utilized. Swachh Bharat Mission, the Clean India Drive, has to be converted into an economic model. If we can have biofuels as 10 to 15% of our energy basket, we will have created a new energy model energy with 1 lakh crore in addition. As you have all seen over the last 2.5 years, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas is playing a key role in the socio-economic transformation of the country. Its role in assisting, adapting to the demonetization of 500 rupees and 1000 rupees is known to you all. We have to work hand in hand with national priorities. The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas is geared to meet the growing energy needs of our country as well as make energy accessible and affordable across socio-economic divides. In this regard, the Ministry has pursued multiple initiatives such as Pahal, Give It Up, Pradhan Ujjwala Yojana, among others of the consumers. About 100 million Indian households are rely on firewood, coal, cow dungs, and other substance means as a source for cooking. Besides causing environment degradation, use of these sources results in respiratory related diseases to users, especially women. Under Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, over 1 billion has been allotted, provided 15 million LPG connection to poor families. Our target is to extend the LPG connection to 75% of households in next 3 years. We launched a highly successful PAHAL direct benefit transfer in LPG in January 2015. This has been recognized by Guinness Book of World Records as the largest direct cash transfer scheme in the world. The scheme has brought transparency and eliminated multiple or duplicate connections and also reduced expenditure in subsidy. Our commitment to clean environment and our Paris commitment is next to none. We ratified the Paris Climate Agreement earlier this month. My ministry is also pursuing green initiatives such as automotive fuels, BS6 equivalent to Euro 6 by 2020. Ethanol blending plan in petrol pump up to 10% and LNG regasification capacity enhancement to increase gas share in energy mix from 7 to 15%. The 12th edition of Petrotech series of International Oil and Gas Conference and Exhibition presents a vibrant opportunity to all stakeholders to connect and deliberate, to showcase their capabilities and to inform about the latest developments and international best practices in various sub-sectors of oil and gas sector. I expect Petrotech 2016 will be an enriching experience for delegates, our distinguished guests and invitees. Every new edition of Petrotech tells the new and evolving Indian story. It is in fact narrative of India being the third largest energy consumer in the world at 136 billion oil and gas market by 2025, a 100 billion target investment by 2022, and the world's fastest growing major economy. India is on the move. As our economy flourishes, the country is set to witness an upswing in energy demand in the near to mid-term. The world is indeed taking note that watching with interest as the discourse unfolds. I would like to conclude by requesting you to spread the message about Petrotech so that more and more people participate and partake of the benefits of the mega event. Thank you, friends.